Get ready for speed because Aprilia's first 850cc MotoGP prototype just hit the track at Circuito de Jerez, with Lorenzo Savadori taking the wheel. This wasn't just a standard test day. It was a gritty, wet track shakedown that hints at a massive shift coming to the premier class. We dive into how this prototype reflects the impending 2027 regulations and what it means for the future of racing machinery.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALIN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the rising star Nicolo Bulega. Sam Lowes is making a huge case, ranking Bulega among the best riders he has ever seen and arguing that he absolutely deserves a shot at a MotoGP seat. We explore the journey of Bulega, from his Moto2 struggles to his recent dominance in World Supersport, and what his potential truly looks like now. Then we switch gears completely as we bring you the explosive news about Jonas Folger. This rider is making a lightning-fast comeback in MotoGP and is facing a titanic challenge with the KTM team at the grueling Le Mans circuit. Find out the details on this high-stakes battle and what this means for the competition. And finally, the big move. Nicolo Bulega is officially heading for MotoGP as Ducati is actively seeking out an open seat for him. This is a massive development in the paddock, and we break down everything we know about this potential signing. Don't miss the rest of this show. Subscribe now for all the latest racing action. Aprilia's debut of its 850cc MotoGP prototype at Circuito de Jerez, driven by Lorenzo Savadori, was characterized by wet conditions and a shakedown feel rather than a high-profile launch. However, analysts suggest the significance of this test day extends beyond a simple race result, pointing toward a fundamental shift in MotoGP technology and philosophy. Aprilia, historically an outlier in the premier class, has built a reputation for producing sharp, precise bikes that prioritize rider interaction over overwhelming technology. This identity is becoming critically important as the 2027 regulations introduce substantial changes. The new rules mandate an engine reduction to 850cc, scaled-back aerodynamics, the removal of ride-height devices, and a switch in tire suppliers to Pirelli. The prototype on display already reflects this direction, appearing simpler and less visually aggressive than previous models. This reduction in aero and complex hardware signals a move away from extracting performance through technological aids and toward emphasizing the raw feel and rider input. In wet conditions, this design philosophy becomes paramount, as inconsistent grip demands precise rider feedback. While Aprilia is not the first to test an 850cc machine, KTM, Honda, Yamaha, and Ducati are all testing. The brand's approach suggests a strategic patience. By building a machine that aligns with the clear trajectory of MotoGP, less reliance on complex tech and more on fundamental bike behavior, Aprilia may be setting a new standard. This shift in focus, moving toward lighter, simpler, and rider-focused machines, carries implications beyond the paddock, potentially influencing the design philosophy of production road bikes as well. MotoGP commentator Sam Lowes has strongly advocated for World SBK title leader Nicolo Bulega to receive a chance in MotoGP, praising him as one of the best riders he has witnessed. Lowes highlighted Bulega's journey, noting that Bulega arrived on the Grand Prix scene as a Moto3 rider at VR46, just before a high-profile debut for Fabio Quartararo. While both riders initially struggled to meet high expectations, Quartararo eventually found his path to MotoGP, winning the 2021 World Championship. Bulega's own trajectory was different. After achieving a best Moto2 result of 7th, he exited the Grand Prix paddock to revive his career in World Supersport. Lowes acknowledged that Bulega possessed significant potential, suggesting that current confidence and riding style demonstrate what he is capable of, stating, "He's always had that potential, and now he's full of confidence and riding the way that he can." In World Supersport, Bulega proved instantly competitive and dominated the 2023 season. His move to the official Ducati team in World SBK saw him finish runner-up to Toprak Razgatlioglu for 2 seasons. Currently, with Razgatlioglu in MotoGP, Bulega has established a record of 16 consecutive victories in World SBK. Lowe's believes that competing against Razgatlioglu sharpened Bulega's skills in close combat scenarios, but emphasized that his potential was untapped in other classes. He concluded that Bulega is now demonstrating his capabilities at the right time and place. Regarding a potential MotoGP seat for Bulega in 2027, Lowe's expressed support, arguing that the best riders should compete in the top class. However, he also noted that Bulega's presence elevates the level of the championship, suggesting it would be beneficial for him to remain. Potential MotoGP options for Bulega include a return to VR46, the team that introduced him to the Grand Prix paddock, or a possible move if Fabio Di Giannantonio is tempted by a rumored factory KTM offer. Lowe's, who recently moved to World SBK in 2024, currently ranks 3rd in the World SBK standings, behind only Bulega and Iker Lecuona. Jonas Folger is making waves in the motorsports world with a lightning-fast comeback to MotoGP and a significant challenge looming with KTM at the Le Mans circuit. The recent developments suggest a high-stakes period for the rider, combining a rapid return to top-tier competition with a formidable rivalry against KTM. Further details regarding Folger's strategy and the nature of the challenge at Le Mans are expected to shape the narrative in the coming weeks. This story highlights a dynamic intersection of comeback narratives and intense manufacturer competition in global motorcycle racing. The world of MotoGP is buzzing with speculation, as Ducati reportedly seeks an open seat for Nicolo Bulega. The move signals a potential high-profile transfer, adding another layer of intrigue to the competitive landscape of the premier motorcycle racing series. Details regarding the negotiation and the final outcome remain undisclosed, but the interest from the Ducati team suggests a significant ambition for the rider. This potential move could reshape the upcoming season for both Bulega and the Ducati squad, making it a key story to watch in the motorsport world.